Welcome back to Bull Sessions here on 680 KFEQ. Here's your hosts, Randy Baker and agronomist Brad Law.
Okay, we're back again. James is a natural at this, Bradley.
It's like he works in radio.
You would think. He just took off with this. This is awesome.
Well, he's got a good topic.
Miles was afraid I was going to be afraid of the microphone. I've told him I've never been afraid of a microphone.
You're not. No. Miles isn't afraid of it either.
No, he is married to my cousin, so, there's genetics there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's the good-looking one in the family, just so you know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
He worked here before
nice.
I did.
Oh, I was going to say, it was nice you could get him a job.
Actually, no. I had only
Miles.
seen Miles probably a half dozen times in the years that he dated and was married to my cousin before I came to work here because at that point in time, he worked every weekend and he worked odd hours because he wasn't a full-time guy here. But at that point, and so anytime we had family events, he was working, and so he couldn't come to the stuff, or at least that was the excuse he gave us.
Wow, that's what he said.
So how are you dealing with that influx of more time seeing Miles? I mean, did you have to start taking any prescriptions, or?
I started using this product that helps balance pH levels and hormone levels. Yeah. Keeps levels it out. It's not prescription, but
You took all the mics away. Poor Miles can't even defend himself. Well, guys, I got to hold you up a minute. This is our time. We got to do our Lady in Ag.
All right. Who do we got this week, Randy?
This week, our Lady in Ag. Have you met Julia Stagner?
I think she sent me a bill before.
Oh, yeah, I bet she has. She lives at King City. She is the very heartbeat of Stagner Fertilizer in Oak, Missouri. You've been down there and done business, haven't you, Bradley?
Yes.
She's married to a good friend of mine, went to school with him, Ron Stagner. Also of Stagner Fertilizer. He gets to work there also. He's on the payroll.
I thought he just had to go around and do stuff.
He does.
I didn't know if he got paid or not.
Oh, well, I don't either. Maybe he don't.
when you own your own business, you only you only get paid if you make a profit.
That's it. Everybody else gets it first.
Yes.
Absolutely true. They've been married for 13 years. They have 3 grown, well, they're not children. They're all grown young men. Ilya, Dylan, and Jay. Julia is from Estonia. Have you ever met with her? She got a beautiful accent. That's part of the Soviet Union. Of course, it's an independent, thing now. But her mother, she still lives there. She comes over and visits periodically. She puts up this Stagner bunch. Now, can you imagine that change, from over there to rural America here? Stagner Fertilizer just started a few years ago. I'm not exactly sure what the date was, but that thing's growing leaps and bounds.
He started out just spraying, and with, I think, one sprayer, and then it grew with a spreader truck, and then they put the shed up, and they got a couple of sprayers and a couple of spreaders in the big building, and they're stocking ammonium nitrate. Did you know that?
I did not.
So if you're wanting to top dress some corn, or maybe you mowed some pasture and you say, I don't know if it's going to rain, that urea is it may be a flop if I spread it. They've got ammonium nitrate, so you spread that, it's not going anywhere. You don't have to put a stabilizer on it. Yeah. And boom. Clip that pasture off, bale it up, and get it green back up, or you're top dressing some corn. They've actually got ammonium nitrate. I don't know anywhere else in Northwest Missouri you can get ammonium nitrate.
He's got her. And they're extremely accommodating. They've been doing my fertilizing and spraying ever since they started.
Yeah, I think I just text your order to Dylan, and
I believe you did.
There's a reason that businesses grow.
Exactly.
And it's because they provide good service to the customers.
Exactly. Ron grew up out there in that area, Cosby, actually.
Yep.
His brother Steve, they farm out there. I mean, they're from the rural life. They know how to do it. And it's a family operation, which we awesomely love that. Julia, she can spray too. She said that Ron told her she does a good job, but she won't do it. She's not going to. She's the brains there. She takes care of the office and helps keep all them guys in line. It's Julia and Ron and Dylan. They're running the fertilizer company. Jay, I think he's in Chicago works for a company there. Ilya is just graduated from school. He's a male nurse. That'll be a good career. We need those. But again, she's awesome. When you talk to her, she makes you feel comfortable and at home, and I can't say enough about them. I really like them. They're good friends. Julia has been a wonderful wife, mother, and friend. All of these, like I said, they've been married just 13 years, but you'd never know it. All the boys are brothers. They're a very loving family. It's very impressive. So may God richly bless them all. Julia, we thank you for all you do. So now we're going to go back to James. James, just like we're talking about with you about community and all of that, that's still, I think, the heartbeat.
Yeah, when you look at community, I mean, like I said, I grew up in the Gower area, Fraser area, southeast of St. Joe a little ways, but, that's not very far from agency, and actually our address is agency, so I've been in, you get involved over there, and there's a lot of small town, I mean, we're in the middle, towards the end of May now. Memorial Day is this weekend.
You bet.
And so
big weekend.
As we start thinking about the things that are going on all summer, in all of these rural small towns, there's all kinds of festivals and picnics and Pioneer Days and just a lot of things that take place, the parades and homecomings and stuff.
You bet.
And you talk about the things that bring communities together and enrich that community and a time to share with one another. And sometimes you live just down the road from your neighbor and you see him when you wave at them in the truck, because you still do that in the rural communities. You still wave at your neighbors as you go by. But you also see them at these events, and it's important to get out and support those things. I know that we've got the Gower Festival coming up, and then in the end of July, the agency picnic. I'm involved in both of those events and helping with some different things there.
Oh, yeah?
But the tractor pull and agency is always a big event.
Deal.
And so has been one of the longest, oldest running tractor pulls in the region. And so
that's in July.
It's always the last Friday night in July. So it's and the agency picnic coordinates with that, and just time when they pull to the community together and have fun, and they bring in different community things. This year, and typically our county, for Buchanan County, 4-H Achievement Days is also held during the agency picnic as well, and they're at the community center. So another aspect of young kids getting involved in presentation of the awards for the things that they do. When you can give back to a community, and whether it's serving on a foundation board or whether it's serving on, in our community, here a couple weeks ago, the Lions Club dedicated a tree in our park to my uncle that passed away.
Oh, really?
About a year and a half ago, and he was involved in the Lions Club, locally, but also on a state level. And so the things that they do, and when you can give back to your community, it really enriches that community, and the people just pull from that. And it's, again, like we talked, it's not about yourself. It's more about helping those other people and providing better opportunities for people that in the community beside yourself and that come down the road next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So it's about the vision for the future for the community that you live in.
Yeah, leaving the legacy.
Yeah.
And it continues.
Yeah.
We're to do that. The Bible says we're to teach our children.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not about how much dollars is in your bank account when you die. It's about how many people actually attend your funeral. It depends on how many people you've affected in your life. And so
that's what it's about.
And so it's the friendships you make and the growth that you can have from that personally and enriching other people really helps with that.
You bet. It's awesome. Bradley, he does a lot too. I'm not going to brag on him too much, but he contributes back to the community up at King City as well.
I'm involved with the Chamber of Commerce, and one of those deals that apparently I was asleep during the meeting and got put in as president for this year, and it is good, just like little things, and sometimes you have to start something now that's not going to really, like you plant a tree, well, it probably doesn't look but more like a stick in the ground now.
Exactly.
Well, in 20 years, it could be something really good. We took and the billboard on the south end of north end of King City, the school has the rights to that, and it was needing new covering on it. Well, the school wasn't really interested in spending money and updating that. Well, they gave the rights to it to the chamber. The chamber, in turn, gave a year contract to Missouri Farm Bureau agent Kira Carlson, so she paid a fee to have it for the year. We're taking that money plus some money that was left by a community member and putting that in this Northwest Foundation scholarship.
Sure.
And we're going to take that money each year from the billboard to put into that scholarship and build that up to where maybe when Gentry's old enough to graduate, the interest money will fund that scholarship.
That I understand. I was talking about the East Buchanan Ag Foundation earlier. We give a $2,000 scholarship every year as a part of the things that we do, and we also help send people to other projects or other special event leadership training events to help engage them. And I mean, we want to invest in those young people that will then also hopefully come back and invest in our community.
Well, I was big in FFA. And, we went to the Washington Leadership Conference.
It's a great event.
And, in King City, they have the Agri Leaders, which help, promote the FFA and the adults helping them. So it's any organization that can help the kids. And you got to remember when you were in school, who helped you.
Exactly. I got to cut us off there for just a minute, guys. We got to take a small break. Coming up more with our buddy James here from Eagle Radio. We're going to have Focus on the Farmer right here, Bull Session 680 KFEQ.